Happy New Year, Governor. My name's Elaine Bachman. It's 2009, the first day of 2009. We know more than ever about the importance of keeping the balance, the ecological balance in the bay and keeping our environment pristine. For 2 centuries or more, Sullivan Cove has remained as it is today. And in 2009, to think that we have to fight to preserve the nature that is living there, it seems inconceivable to me. And I hope that you'll feel the same way. I want to appeal to your sense of history. This is a historical place. Our bay is a historical place. Let's preserve that history, not now when we know more than ever about its importance, the importance of the health of small places like the Cove to the bay, to have to fight for its survival now. It seems like it's inconceivable to those of us who live here and treasure it. Please come and see it. Please watch our video. Please consider this action before it's too late. Thank you, Governor.
Happy New Year, Governor. My name is George Walker. I live in the village of Old Severna Park. I worked with the Environmental Protection Agency for 20 years, 5 years with the Bay Program, and it disturbs me greatly to see this encroachment on the wetlands here in Sullivan Cove. Thank you. I hope you'll take some proper action to prevent it.
Happy New Year, Governor. I think this year ought to bring a lot of positive changes. I'm Polly Wilson. I have lived on both sides of the river for 22 years, and I just wanted you to know that this gem is really unique. I had a teenager visit from New Orleans, and she went in the Cove and she said it was the highlight of her visit. She had never seen so many birds in her life in a short period. I don't think the legislature or the officials know really what this place is. It is truly a gem of the Severn and unique, and it should not be allowed to be destroyed. Thanks.
Happy New Year, 1st of January, 11 a.m. Governor, my name is Roy Higgs, 103 Water Street. Bridges across state waters, the pristine tidal ponds would undoubtedly be compromised. The heavy construction equipment just getting in there to put these huge pilings in would cause excessive siltation and destroy and probably ruin these pristine tidal ponds forever. I think it's time to make a stand. If we don't make a stand, I don't know where we'll end up.
Happy New Year's, Governor. I'm Max Bachman, and this is Alex Persicelli. We love to swim in this river so much. We almost come down here every summer day to swim. And we found lots of wildlife, crabs and seashells, and we love swimming in the golden crystal water. And if you build the piers now, the crabs and fish will lose some of their homes. Please help save the river.
Good morning, Governor O'Malley. My name is David Dawson. I'm a resident of Old Severna Park, and this is my wife Pam and my daughter Summer. We feel strongly about not allowing these piers and bridges to be built here in order to preserve this beautiful, pristine area. And this right here is one of the main reasons I feel so strongly. My daughter and her friends have enjoyed this area through their childhoods, and I would like to be able to preserve this area and the wildlife and the natural beauty of the area for generations to come. And we need the help of you and your administration, Governor, in order to do that.
Save Sullivan's Cove.
I grew up here, and this is my favorite place to come as a kid. I feel like it would be terrible to not let my kids enjoy it just as much as I have.
Good morning, Richard Montaner from Lindstedt, across from Sullivan's Cove, here to support the great efforts of keeping the piers off the cove. And Happy New Year to all.
Hi, I'm Nancy Kelly, and I'm the wife of the Severn River keeper. But Fred and I worked for the Chesapeake Bay Foundation 30 years ago when a similar application came before the Board of Public Works. And that application was denied on the basis of the damage that it would do to the wetlands. And I personally went out in these wetlands, in this tidal pond, to look at the vegetation that was there, to evaluate its importance ecologically and so forth. And to see an application get this far and not be denied today just seems to be unbelievable to me. So I would encourage the Board of Public Works to hear this and again deny this application.
Good morning. My name is John Hunt. I am a former professor of chemistry and an employee of the National Science Foundation for many years. I taught chemical oceanography for several years in the summers, including a lot of work in the marshes near Chincoteague. And so I know how important the marshes are, wetlands are, in helping preserve the environment. So many creatures breed there. They help filter the water. They are of vital importance to the Severn River and to the bay. I also served briefly on the advisory committee for the Chesapeake Bay program in its inception, and have therefore kept up with what's been going on in the bay for all those years, and nearly cry when I see some of what's happened. I did a brief study of the dead zones in the bay, and it's just getting worse and worse, and the river is headed in the same direction. So we must do what we can to preserve these wetlands. But putting down all those pilings for the putting up these walkways across the tidal pond will be so very destructive. We simply must rethink this whole thing.
Hi, Happy New Year, Governor.
Happy New Year.
I'm Anna Patterson.
And I'm Madison Slattery.
We go to Severna Park High School.
We're seniors this year.
And we've been living here since, well, I've been here since I was 2, and we've been coming to the beach
Our entire life.
our entire lives. And that over there is where these piers would go. And every summer we like to walk over there and have little adventures, and it's really, really fun.
And we've been playing there since we were little, and whenever we babysit kids or we're playing with kids in the neighborhood, we try to take them back there and show them a place that we liked to play when we were little, so that they'll know how much fun it is to go back and get stuck in the mud and
see the fish. And sometimes you get lucky and you see a snapping turtle that they get scared, and then we kind of go back, but they always like it.
And then we go back there with nets and we can crab to get stuff to eat for dinner, or some kids fish, and a lot of kids skimboard over there on the flat. And pretty much if there was piers there, it would just kind of like ruin the place where we grew up playing in the summer, and it would ruin that for all the kids to come.
Yes. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
It is well documented, well known that the Severn River is a dying river. Fred Kelly here can probably speak more to it as a Severn River keeper, but there in the summer there are dead zones, and comparatively, by contrast, this cove is relatively healthy for a number of reasons, but the most important reason is because this community, the people in this community, have been long-term stewards and have protected this environment. Imagine, if you will, if you turn around and look at what's going to happen if we lose this case. If we don't fight for this, we're going to see piers where we're standing right now, and bridges and walkways to access them. And we can't let that happen. It is vital that everybody here, write a letter, make a phone call to the governor, to the Secretary Wilson with the Department of Environment, to Secretary Griffin with the Department of Natural Resources, to Margaret McHale, the Critical Area Commission's chair. We have, when you get back to the beach, we have information that we're going to hand out to you, but it is absolutely critical